Hey folks, how are we doing? Just out here doing another little bit of baling of the paper briquettes, I suppose we'll call them. Been a bit of a mixed up sort of week. There's been a lot going on the home front and that, so hence why we haven't had a video up this week at all yet, but thankfully in a lot of ways, a lot of good ways even, it's been a busy week. As my beautiful camera lady will just pan around there and show you, our potatoes are flying out of the ground like there's no tomorrow. Indeed the peas, and there's a lot of the vegetables starting to sprout and show progress. You know, as you will have seen over recent days, the website, and this is all thanks to yourselves, may I add, the website has been attracting great volumes of traffic, so thanks very much for that. And I am, as you can see, just preparing another couple of bales which will end up being eco-friendly briquettes for winter heating. As I was saying there, folks, and I have my first miss of the evening, we're just literally loading the briquette baler here as I speak, and you may wonder, is that just the farming romantic in me calling it a baler? Well, it's not, because when you see the finished product, if you haven't in some of our previous videos, you will see that they actually do come up like little square bales. I will just ask my wonderful fiance just to lift the bucket a bit so I can get the stuff out of it onto me lap, please, sweater. Now we're right. Now we're right. So now you get a bird's eye view of the action about to happen. Bait that down and get another bit into it. And if you've been following my videos of late, you will know that this is, well, yes, it is a little bit labor intensive, and it does take a bit of time. Again, you tear up all the paper and do the soaking and leave it to dry out, and that before baling. It does take a bit of a process, but it is a very easy way of getting rid of old newspapers and the like. And actually this evening we are going to try out a hack that I just thought of during the week. We have a couple of briquettes that we made in the last week or so, which I had been trying to dry out in the workshop, but we're actually going to bring them into the house and put them drying, perhaps under a radiator or perhaps in the hot press, depending on which we can get them to fit. Now folks, having loaded the actual material into what we call the baler, the next part of the process is the actual baling itself, which happens by inserting this presser into the middle of the apparatus. And I don't know if you can see under where my hand is, it actually squeezes the water out of the mixture, a process which will be doubled momentarily when we cross join the two handles. Now, so we have the center insert in. Susie has put one of the pumping handles in position, and I am now going to cross it over like that, and then the actual magic happens itself as follows. When we just squeeze it down like so and get as much of the moisture content out of the mixture as is humanly possible. So now we come to, after having started the lifting process off air, we lift out the steel baler part of the mechanism, and after a bit of pulling and dragging due to the size of the bale and how well compacted it is, we have got it out of the apparatus, and what you can see before you is basically the finished product, which will now begin its journey towards the fire by starting the drying process in the shed. As I have said earlier, we are considering bringing some of the ones we made last week into the house to see can we speed up the drying process. The only thing I will say about that, of course, you would always have to be mindful that the bales are made of paper, and just not to put them somewhere where they might overheat and cause a problem. But such is the amount of moisture that's still left in them, that shouldn't really be a problem, but it's just something to be mindful of. So there, ladies and gentlemen, is the process from bucket of wet paste all the way to paper bale briquette for winter heating. Please stay tuned, and between writing and sport and the other activities and adventures we get up to, we would hope to have plenty of variety and fresh content coming again in the near future.